Have you ever wondered what happens when a $5 billion railway project is abruptly halted? Picture this: the Philippines buzzing with excitement as China commits to a substantial investment in three major railway projects. This isn't just about transportation, it's about boosting the economy, creating jobs, and fostering stronger international ties. But then, under the weight of political pressure and loan disputes, the rug is pulled out from under the project. China withdraws. The construction sites, once bustling with activity, fall eerily silent. The impact of this sudden withdrawal is immediate and far-reaching. It's not just about the loss of potential economic growth or the jobs that were to be created. It's about the disruption of progress, the shattered hopes, and the uncertainty of what comes next. The withdrawal of China from these projects is a classic case of global politics intermingling with economic ambitions. The United States, with its own interests to protect, exerts political pressure. Loan disputes arise, muddying the waters further, and amidst this turmoil, China decides to pack up its plans and withdraw. This move leaves the Philippines with three partially constructed railway projects and a gaping $5 billion hole. The future of these projects hangs in the balance, and the impact is felt not just economically but socially and politically as well. The dream of a more connected Philippines, of more jobs and a stronger economy, seems to have been derailed, but the story doesn't end there. Just when it seemed like these projects were doomed, other nations stepped up to the plate. Stay tuned as we explore the unexpected twist in this economic saga. But who would be brave enough to pick up where China left off? Enter Japan, South Korea, and India, a trio of economic powerhouses, each stepping up to the plate with their own distinct offers to provide financial support for the Philippine railway projects. Japan, a longtime ally of the Philippines, was the first to extend a helping hand. Known for their advanced rail technology and meticulous work ethic, the Japanese offer was particularly intriguing. The terms, a generous loan with a low interest rate, coupled with the promise of transferring cutting-edge technology and knowledge. However, it's worth noting that this wasn't Japan's first rodeo in the Philippines. Past project delays and hiccups had left a bit of a sour taste, causing some understandable trepidation. Next up, South Korea. With a history of successful infrastructure projects under its belt, South Korea proposed a deal that was hard to overlook. They offered a competitive loan, albeit with a slightly higher interest rate than Japan, but sweetened the deal with a promise of faster project completion. A tempting proposition, but would it be enough to edge out the competition? And then we have India, the dark horse of the trio. India's offer was a mix of a loan and direct investment, a novel approach compared to Japan and South Korea. This hybrid model could potentially lower the financial risk for the Philippines. But with less experience in overseas infrastructure projects, India's offer was a gamble. Would the Philippines be willing to roll the dice? Each offer had its own unique appeal, but also came with its own set of challenges. Japan's technological prowess, South Korea's speed, or India's innovative financing model. It was a tough call to make. China's withdrawal had opened up a new playing field, but it was far from a clear-cut decision. Despite these offers, the Philippines was left with a difficult decision to make. When making a decision, they say history often provides the best lessons. So what does history say about these potential partners? Peering into the annals of time, we find that the Philippines has a rich tapestry of interactions with our potential players. Japan, South Korea, and India. All three countries have had their share of projects in the Philippines, each painting a unique picture of collaboration. Let's turn the pages back to Japan first. The land of the rising sun has been a long-standing partner of the Philippines in various development projects. However, the narrative has been punctuated by instances of delay. A notable example is the North-South Commuter Railway project. Initiated with great fanfare, the project was bogged down by significant delays, causing distress and disappointment. While the reasons were multifaceted, ranging from bureaucratic red tape to unforeseen logistical challenges, the end result was a project that fell behind schedule. Next, we have South Korea. The relationship between the Philippines and South Korea has been largely positive, marked by successful collaborations such as the Panguil Bay Bridge project. This impressive infrastructure feat stands as a testament to the efficiency and effectiveness of Korean involvement. However, it's worth noting that this is one among a handful of projects, and a broader perspective may be necessary for a comprehensive understanding. Finally, we turn to India. While the history of infrastructure collaboration between India and the Philippines is relatively sparse, there have been promising ventures in other sectors. The Tata Motors public transportation project, for instance, has been a success story, showcasing India's potential as a reliable partner. As we can see, each potential partner brings a unique blend of experiences to the table. Japan, with its technological prowess yet marked by past delays. South Korea, with a track record of efficiency but a relatively smaller portfolio. And India, the wild card, with less experience in Philippine infrastructure but showing promise in other sectors. Each offer has its own set of pros and cons, making the decision even more complex. So, with billions at stake and the future of their railway system hanging in the balance, what will the Philippines do? Indeed, the Philippines now finds itself at a crossroads. The choice isn't merely about selecting a new financier for its railway projects. It's a decision that could shape the nation's economic and political landscape for years to come. Firstly, the financial terms are a crucial factor. The Philippines needs to ensure that the deal they strike is not just lucrative in the short term, but also sustainable in the long run. They'll be looking at interest rates, repayment terms, and the economic stability of the offering countries. They'll need to consider whether Japan, South Korea, or India can provide a deal as attractive as China's initial $5 billion offer. Next, there's the question of project timelines. The Philippines will have to weigh the track record of these three countries in delivering large-scale infrastructure projects. Past performance can often be a reliable indicator of future results. They'll need to ask, can these countries deliver on time and within budget? Or will the projects be plagued with delays, as some of their previous ventures with Japan have been? Then comes the political implications. The Philippines has to be mindful of how this decision could affect their relationships with these four powerful nations. Aligning themselves with one country could strain their ties with the others. They'll need to delicately balance their domestic needs with their international relations. Finally, there's the matter of the Philippine people themselves. Any decision made will need to be in their best interest. After all, they are the ones who will be using these railways, and they are the ones whose taxes will likely be footing the bill. In the end, it's not an easy decision to make. It's a complex puzzle with many moving parts, but one thing is certain. The stakes are high, and the Philippines must choose wisely. No matter what they choose, this decision will undoubtedly have a significant impact on the country's future. This situation is more than just a story about railway projects. Indeed, it is a tale of geopolitics, economics, and the future of infrastructure development, not just in the Philippines, but globally. In a nutshell, we have seen how a sudden withdrawal of a $5 billion railway loan by China led to a ripple effect in the international community. This decision impacted not one, not two, but three major railway developments in the Philippines. Not only did it leave the country in a precarious position, but it also opened a window of opportunity for other nations to step in. Enter Japan, South Korea, and India, each extending a hand of financial support to the Philippines in the wake of China's exit. An act that goes beyond mere economic assistance, it's a strategic move, a statement of their presence and influence in the region. But let's not forget the specter of past project delays with Japan, a reminder that every decision carries with it a certain amount of risk. It's a complex decision for the Philippines, one that involves weighing the pros and cons carefully, assessing not just the immediate needs but the long-term implications. This situation also highlights the influence of political pressure, in this case from the United States, and the role it plays in shaping international economic landscapes and infrastructure development. It's a reminder that the world of economics is not just about numbers and charts, but a complex web of political, social, and diplomatic factors. And finally, it underscores the importance of infrastructure development in enhancing economic growth and improving the quality of life. It's about connecting people, facilitating trade, and fostering development. So what's the takeaway? It's that in the world of economics and development, as we've seen, nothing is ever as simple as it seems. It's a dynamic, intricate dance of decisions and outcomes, of opportunities and challenges. And in this dance, every step, every move matters.